Okay, you guys, so we're back with another video. Thank you for coming back. I feel all black today, but my pajama bottoms are gray, so you don't see that. I'm doing a January empties. I have my big empties bin here. It's I would say quite full. I would say to the rim, not overflowing like December was. December was pretty packed. But then again, I hate repeating myself, you guys. I know it's getting annoying to you as well. But in January, I just didn't finish as much product because I was sick 2 out of the 4 weeks in January. So, that kind of has something to do with not finishing as much as I planned. But what are you going to do? It happens. People do get sick and, gotta do what you gotta do. So I'm going to show you guys what I finished, and I'll let you guys know if I like it and if I will repurchase. So I'm going to take my trusty large bag so I can carry the rest out when I'm done to the recycling bin. So let's just get started. I have a Sebastian Extreme, what is this? Shaper Plus. Touchable Extra Hold Hairspray. There's a little bit left in here. I think it's like, I don't know, down to about here. The sprayer on here is so old now. It's like, I think it's like 4 years old, this spray. It just started getting all crusty and stuff, so it doesn't spray out properly anymore. I definitely would repurchase. This is one of my favorite hairsprays when I do bouncy curls because it does not make my hair crunchy. So I will definitely repurchase, just not at the moment, but it is on my list to get. It's an expensive hairspray, but if you can find it at a discounted price, it's just amazing. I love it. And if you're a big hairspray person, that should last you for a while because it's a pretty large container. So on the trend now with hair, I finished a ice cream hair color in the shade black. That's what I use to color my roots and to freshen up my black a little bit. It's kind of funny because I love this line on my mom and she's got tons of gray hair, but for me, the black is not black enough for me. She uses a different color and the color looks amazing on her. But the black in this line is not as black as I wish it was. So I will not purchase ice cream again for myself. However, I do go back to it for my mom because she loves her color from there as well. Obviously with every hair color comes a developer. This is the one and only 20 volume. I like this. It's a good volume developer for coloring your hair, affordable. You can get at Sally's. I've repurchased in the past. I'll repurchase it again. Those are the ones that usually go on sale, so I do from time to time go back to that one when it does go on sale. I finished a candle, you guys. This is the lavender by, I don't know what this is, DW Home. It was a $13 candle by TJ Maxx. Not my favorite. Didn't have a big enough throw. It was a pretty hefty candle too. Didn't have a big enough throw, so I will not repurchase this. With TJ Maxx, I find that their candles are hit and miss. Some are great, some are like crap. So, just gotta keep trying. You just gotta keep trying. You guys know me. If you've seen me in my empties, I always have a mouthwash in here. Funny enough, you guys, I use mouthwash every single day, believe it or not. And if you don't believe me, I can't. Where are you? Are you living under a rock? Like every single empties, I usually have a Listerine, if not every other empties. This is the largest size that they had. I use this every day, and somehow I managed to get myself a gum infection. Don't ask me how, don't ask me why, it just happened. So I had to use a special rinse for a while in order for the gum infection to go away. And it's crazy because I take exceptionally care of my teeth, and yet I still had the gum infection come on. So I kind of have a feeling the gum infection happened because I was ill. Like I said, I was sick in January for 2 weeks, and it was hardcore. It was my cough, my cold, my phlegm, my sinuses, all of the above in when it comes to a virus for a cold, chest as well. Then I got an eye infection, and then I got a gum infection, all in a matter of 2 weeks. So I think the eye infection and the gum infection were kind of triggers from the nasty cold I had, because literally never in 30 years, I'll be 30 this year, have I ever had a gum infection. And I'm like, huh? Like, how does that even happen? So what I suggest is, even though you are Listerining or mouthwashing all the time, make sure you floss your teeth, because sometimes food gets stuck in between or under the gum, and it can decay and cause infection and bleeding and irritation on your teeth. You don't want that. Now I see why they say to always floss after, you brush your teeth. For me, flossing has been something that I've recently reintroduced into my routine. I was very lazy in the past. I never really did it unless I absolutely had something stuck in my teeth. I know I did, and one of those type. But now I'm starting to learn the importance of flossing to avoid such gum infections. So overall, if you are not flossing right now, try to incorporate it more often, because it's supposed to make a difference, and I can see why it does now. So Listerine, I will repurchase. I have repurchased in the past. I'm going to be branching off and trying new mouthwashes very soon. So, stay tuned for that, because that will be coming. I have 2 in the wings waiting to be tried. I'm just waiting to finish my next Listerine bottle, and then I will be trying those. So stay tuned for that. That will be coming. You probably will see my thoughts on it in my Empties video, because usually, like, teeth care and stuff, I usually include in my Empties video. Speaking of teeth care, I have a Colgate Enamel Health Sensitive Relief toothpaste. Okay. This is a good toothpaste if you can't afford the Sensodyne. Excuse me. Sensodyne is my absolute favorite. I stand by Sensodyne 120%, because Sensodyne it works, okay? It just works. I have sensitive teeth. After I get work done, my teeth get sensitive for months on end, and you know what? Sensodyne will just make that sensitivity go away. I thought for a while the Colgate was good. I thought that it did help keep my sensitivity away, but in the end, it did like allow some sensitivity to come back. So I'm not a fan of this anymore, like I used to be. However, my boyfriend had the same tube of this, because I had bought 2 and I gave one to him. And he loves this. He loves it, and he says he wants it again. So, I think it all depends on someone's preference, really. The toothpaste itself is, it's not chunky, it's very smooth and lightly minted, so it's refreshing, but not overpowering mint. What's the flavor in this? Fresh mint is the flavor. I will not purchase this for myself anymore, but I will continue to purchase it for my beloved, because he actually really enjoys this. I have a Vaseline Lip Therapy Cocoa Butter little jar here. Look how cute this is, guys. It's so tiny and miniature. I actually finished this on my scar on my leg. I did have a procedure done in October of last year, and I'm trying to get my scar to kind of minimize a bit. And I've tried the scar away, those little patches you stick on them to keep them hydrated. It doesn't work. I've actually used Vaseline, and that's what I find works the best. Is good old Vaseline really helped with my scar and rehealing my area there that was incisioned. So I have to say, Vaseline, I have another little one of these that I'm using currently, and I'm actually using that to apply on the scar, but I do use this on my lips as well. I do like it on my lips. It's very hydrating at night. It's thick, so in the winter it's great because it's got that thickness and it locks in that moisture. I would repurchase this again, and it is drugstore, so very affordable. Okay, I have another candle. This one is my TJ Maxx one, $10. It's like a coconut water scent. Love the jar. I think the price was more for the jar than the candle, because the candle you really couldn't smell that much unless you were in a very small space. So it doesn't have a very big throw to it. I don't have any more of these, luckily. I will not repurchase this one in particular, just because it's not worth spending the money just for the jar. I really want the candle to be very scented, and it's not. So again, another TJ Maxx failure. It's for $10 I could go to Bath and Body Works when they have their sales and get 2 candles for $20, and they have a better scent throw than that one does. So I mean, you know what I mean? You gotta compare. So that one definitely was not worth it. Okay, so 2 sheet masks. The first one I have here is the Bubble Charcoal Sheet Mask, Deep Purifying. This one was okay. I mean, I've tried bubble masks before without the sheet in between. This didn't really wow me enough to actually want to buy it again. I just didn't find really that big of an impact on my skin, so I will not be purchasing this one, and I think I found this one at Sally's. Another mask that I do love, and I've shown you guys, is my 7 Wonders Caribbean Coconut Calming Mask. This one I've given to plenty of my friends, and I think I put one of these in my giveaway. These are really nice for hydration. It's a coconut calming serum that's in like this foil with a sheet mask. I find that it really helps hydrate, and it does make your skin feel baby soft when you are done. This is one of those where you leave on for 25 minutes and then you rub in the serum, the excess serum afterwards. So I think I might have a couple more of these in my stash, and I'll continue to use them. They're actually quite nice and hydrating for this time of year especially. If you guys have seen my empties, you know I finish baby wipes like water. Use these to multiple purpose. Wash off my lip color, take off my makeup, wipe swatches off my hand, wipe down my counters when I'm doing my makeup. Using these for personal wipes. If I don't have any of my, lady part wipes, I'll use these in a pinch. Pampers, they do the job. They're affordable. You can get like a case, not a case, but like a 3 or 4 packer for like $6.99 when you can get them on sale, and they do the job. Another one of my face razors that I've used, there was 3 in a pack. You guys know that these are not my favorite. I like the twinkle ones, so I'm just using these up, and then I'll go back to the twinkle ones when I'm done. I get these off of Amazon, so if you guys are interested, just go on Amazon and type eyebrow razors. That's all you need to do, and a whole crap ton will come up. Okay, so here is my Rimmel Stay Matte Powder. This is an oldie, but the Rimmel, I don't understand why you don't change the packaging on these. Packaging sucks. It's very cheaply made. It falls apart. I dropped it, and the powder was very thin on the base because I had used quite a bit of it, so it started to thin out in pan. So as soon as I dropped it, it shattered, and that was it. So, I mean, it's a good summer powder, and I used it partial in wintertime, but the only reason I had this powder was because I needed it. I needed a powder in a pinch. I was away from my home. I was away for the weekend, and I needed something, so I just picked this up. It was affordable. But normally, I wouldn't gravitate towards this on an everyday basis. If I was at home, I would use one of my other powders that I have in my stash. This was just one of those things when you're traveling, you needed a powder emergency, and you went to the drugstore and picked up a cheap one. It's still good. I still recommend it to teenagers a lot more for oily, acne-prone skin because it does help soak up the oil. But for someone with my mature skin, I will be 30 this year, not the first preference for me personally. I have a little tiny vial of a skincare essence by Amora Pacific. Love this. Was so nice. I think I want another one of these in big size. This is called Vintage Single Extract Essence. I don't know. I need to look this up. It's definitely something that I've actually been really interested in. I'm starting to get into more essences as a base before I start my next skincare steps at nighttime, and this was a nice one. I really did enjoy it. So I might consider it. I'm going to put this one to the side because I'd like to research more on the brand and the ingredients on there. Based on what I tried from that vial, it was very nice and calming on my skin, so that's definitely promising. I finished a face wash. This is the Visibly Clear Pore and Shine Daily Neutrogena face wash. Visibly mattifies the skin. Was in my 2017 favorites. I do have a backup of this because it was nice for summer. It's got salicylic acid in it, but not enough that it's not a lot. It's definitely not 2%. It's probably less than that because it's I would say it's midway through the ingredient deck, so most likely definitely less than 2%, probably maybe 1% if that. But I found that it really helped keep my acne at bay. It helped clean my skin. It was great. It had a pump, so I kept it in my shower, and it just did the job. There's like a tiny little bit left, but I can't really get it out anymore with the pump. So, I mean, I got it on sale for $5.99 at TJ Maxx, you guys. $5.99, that's $6. I got this under $10 for 6.76 fluid ounce. This is something that is a great deal when you go to your local TJ Maxx stores. So I have repurchased. I am waiting to use the next one, most likely in the summertime, because I find that these can be a bit drying in the winter. So I will keep my backup for summer usage. I have a L'Oreal Gentle Eye Makeup Remover oil-free. This is the oil-free version. Again, $6.99 at TJ Maxx. You get 250 mils, so you get like an extra large bottle. This lasted me for months. If you wear lash extensions, like glue actual extensions to your real eyelashes, or you just want an oil-free eye makeup remover, this is a decent one, and it's affordable and easy to use, and you can get it anywhere in your drugstore, so that's another great one. Especially with lash extension users, you shouldn't be using oil-based products, so that eye makeup remover would be your best bet at the drugstore. Okay, I have an Oral-B Dual Clean 3-head brush empty here. There's nothing in here. Just wanted to show you guys my electronic toothbrush. That's the head I use. Sorry, this is looking a little bit nasty because a whole bunch of stuff was on it. But yep, Oral-B, they're expensive. I'm not going to lie. 3 brush heads for like 25 bucks. But you know what? At the end of the day, I take my oral care seriously. I'm really very big on taking care of my teeth because these are the only teeth I'm going to ever get, just like this is the only skin I will ever have. So between oral care and skin care, I'm very big on both. So I don't mind spending the extra money for the brush heads. Okay, so here I want to show you something. This is a bit different. This was a gift that I got for Christmas. It's the fragrance sampler. So you get a fragrance sampler, you get to sample 10 fragrances, and at the end of it, you get to trade in a gift certificate for a full size. So here is what it looks like. Here's your 10 samples. You have the Dolce & Gabbana Light Blue, Yves Saint Laurent Black Opium, the Prada Candy, Calvin Klein Obsessed for Women, Juicy Couture, Marc Jacobs, the Lancôme La Vita est Belle, Calvin Klein Deep Euphoria, Giorgio Armani Acqua di Gioia, Michael Kors Sexy Ruby. So I tried them all, and the one that I ended up purchasing was not even purchasing, it came with a gift certificate. So like you get all these with the gift certificate, and then I traded my gift certificate in for the big purple bottle right here, Calvin Klein Deep Euphoria. This one really drew me in like crazy. So sweet, so sultry. It was freaking fantastic. I have now the full size bottle, and I am looking forward to using that in the future. This was a great gift idea, and I do recommend this type of gift idea if you are in the market for purchasing a gift for someone. Okay, so I have a floss. This is a gum floss. These are nice. I get these at my dentist. These are really very easy, and they slip through very nicely in between your teeth. Like I said, you guys, since I got my gum infection, I have been really, really into flossing my teeth more so than what I used to. So I have been flossing at nighttime every night, and I try to do it during like the morning as well, but if I don't have time, I'm always doing it at night at the very least, because I never used to do it at all unless I actually felt something there. So this is definitely a step forward. I will try to repurchase this in the future. I don't know which one I have. I think I have the Oral-B floss in my back stock right now. Right now I'm using some knockoff brand from the dollar store, which is awful, but this one is actually really good from the dentist especially. Okay, so like I said, you guys, I had to part ways with my Kat Von D Travel tattoo liner in, what is this, Trooper, because I did get an eye infection while I was ill, and I had used this when I did have my infection. So a big no-no, if you guys ever get infections in your eye, whatever makeup you use during that infection, you need to get rid of right then and there, because it's just not safe to reapply that stuff on your eye once it's healed, because you will get the infection again. It's been contaminated with the germs of the infection, so you just want to avoid it completely. Tattoo liner, unfortunately, I had to give up. This was a travel size, luckily. So it wasn't technically fully empty, but I had to get rid of it because I did use it through my infection. Love this. I did purchase this in full size because the Tattoo Trooper liner is definitely real. Like, the love for that is totally real. So with that said, I did have to get rid of all of the mascaras that I used while I had my infection, unfortunately. That is 3 full-size products. I have the Maybelline Colossal Volume Express. I have the Benefit They're Real. This was gifted by Influencer. Unfortunately, I got, after getting the infection, I did use it, and it is contaminated now. And then the L'Oreal Voluminous Lash Paradise in Waterproof Blackest Black. Also, I had to part ways with due to my eye infection. So those are going in the garbage. I don't even know if you want to call this using up, but my hairbrush is looking pretty ratchet in the, you can't see this, but in person, there is so much freaking crap and buildup of like dry shampoo and dust and just crap that I need to get rid of this. Has had seen better days, unfortunately. I need to just part ways with it. I like to change out my hairbrush every 6 months, just because, you know, with all the product you use and then you brush out your hair, the product builds up. It's hard to clean out. I've tried cleaning it out with so many different solutions. It just doesn't work. So all of that built up, I don't know, dust or product or whatever the hell it is, I need to just part ways with it. So I did get another wet hairbrush at Sally's. So just so you guys know. Parting ways with an Ofra liquid lipstick in the shade Napa Valley. This was in a giveaway I won. Not my favorite color, would never wear this in public, and I think it's going bad because the scent is kind of off, so I'm parting ways with that. I do have other Ofra liquid lipsticks that are more on the natural side that I do enjoy, so Ofra is not completely worn off. I mean, I do enjoy their liquid lipstick formulas, I just don't enjoy that color per se. Anastasia brow gel, clear brow gel, finished another travel one. I have now busted open my full-size chocolate brow gel from Anastasia. The chocolate one is my favorite because I'm usually a dark hair girl. I have 2 samples here. I have the Tatcha Indigo Smoothing Enzyme Rice Powder. Love this. Was super expensive in full size. Do I want it in full size? It would be nice to have something this luxurious, full size. Would I purchase this right now? Probably not. As a treat down the road, you know, I might if I get a gift card or something at Sephora. I may considering getting this in full size. I did enjoy it. It was nice. It did help smooth out my texture on my skin without feeling very rough, like a physical harsh scrub. This is not like that. So I did enjoy it. Very pricey. Would consider buying it as a treat in the future. Fresh Black Tea Instant Perfecting Mask. This was a sample size. You know, it's funny because sometimes I like this and sometimes I hate this. Yesterday I did use this and I actually enjoyed it. I really did enjoy it. I found that it really helped my skin. It looked like my skin was more firmer, more, you know, supple and hydrated. I don't know if maybe because my skin is now more maturing than I was before. I was a little bit more, I was in my mid-20s when I really tried this, like, you know, full out. The black tea perfecting mask is quite expensive. I think it's like $100 and change for a full size. Would I purchase this full size? No. I'll be honest, no. Why? Because it didn't impress me as well as other less expensive masks have done. So even though it did a nice job at, you know, hydrating my skin, I think that I can find something that's a lot cheaper. So sorry, Fresh, but I gotta be honest. I have a Real Techniques Beauty Sponge. I have repurchased. Those are great affordable beauty blender dupes if you don't want to spend the money. You know what I mean? What else is here? I have my Angel Body Cream. Oh, the scent is to die for, you guys. To die for. If you guys like a more sophisticated, semi-sweet, semi-musky scent, this is by far one of the best. Expensive perfume, but I love it. It's one of my favorites. You don't need to use a lot because it's very strong, but it is one of my favorite, it's one of my favorite scents. I just dropped it and it didn't hit the bag, opening. I have a, there we go. I have a Amore Force peppermint oil that I burn, at nighttime for bed. This is great. Love it. I do have 2 backups. I do repurchase all the time. They're about $12 a piece. This just helps me sleep at night and calm me and relax me because let's face it, we all suffer some sort of anxiety in this world, and I find that is what helps me the most. So I try not to take anxiety pills or anxiety medication. I just don't believe in that kind of stuff. I find that if I need something to help calm me, I will more venture off to a natural source than a physical, like, medication to take. That's just my personal preference. Anyways. Okay, so Atasha Pure One Step Camilla Cleansing Oil. Love this. I have another one of these in a travel size. This is kind of like a small sample size, but I have a bigger travel size version, and I do want to purchase this in full size because this was an amazing first step cleanser to get all of the makeup off. So, you know, I know it's expensive. I think it's like 40 something dollars Canadian full size, but I think it's worth it because it does get that makeup off without you even trying. I finished a foundation. Yay! L'Oreal Infallible Pro Matte. This is in Sun Beige 106. I love this stuff. I have repurchased. It is an amazing foundation from the drugstore. You cannot go wrong with this foundation. cannot go wrong with this foundation. I like to use a beauty blender with it because it's so matte. The beauty blender kind of makes it a little more satiny than like pure matte on my skin, and with my dryness in the winter, it helps a little bit more. But great foundation, love it, repurchased. I have repurchased, and I'm excited because that's a great affordable foundation you don't need to break the bank for. Okay, my last two products are body products. This is the Hemp Rosemary Mint Herbal Body Wash to hydrate and energize. Love the hemp line. It is expensive when you cannot find it at the TJ Maxx stores, but this one I got at the regular Trade Secrets, and I did pay full price for this. Unfortunately, it was $21.95 Canadian. Super expensive for a body wash. I have not spent that much on a body wash ever in my life. This was the first time I did because I really did love the scent of this. Really felt energizing in the shower and very calming at the same time. Rosemary mint are quite nice scents for me. I found that it did help hydrate the skin, did not strip my skin at all. It did the job, and I'm really, really glad that there's like a little bit of a divot in there so I can get all of the product. I don't know if you can see that. So all of the product goes in without wasting any, which is what I actually really love. There's a name for that, but I can't remember what it's called. If you guys know what that is called, that little circular thing sitting there that makes sure you get every little drop of product so it doesn't go to waste, let me know what that's called, because I know there's a name for it. I just don't remember what it is. Love. I would repurchase in the future as a treat, or if I saw it on sale, because it's such a nice body wash. Okay, so January was cold. I did use up a body cream. This is from Bath & Body Works, Honolulu Sun. To be honest, what is the notes in this? Fresh Island Coconut, Pacific Palm, and White Sand Musk. This was a little bit more on the musky side. I don't think there's any left. This was a little bit on the musky side, but I actually liked it because it was semi-sweet and it wasn't too overpowering, but it was still nice. Their body creams, you know, are my favorite. They have no parabens in them, and they also are very hydrating, especially in the wintertime. I do get super dehydrated on the skin. So I do have plenty of body creams from Bath & Body Works, and I would consider repurchasing Bath & Body Works body creams, because they do so well on my skin in particular. So you guys, that was it. That was all of my empties. For those of you who are maybe wondering if I plan on finishing maybe a little bit more this month, I'm going to try. February is definitely a shorter month, so I don't know if I'll be able to finish as much, but you know, now that I'm feeling better, I'm using my makeup more. I'm using my body care and my skin care and my hair care a lot more than when I was sick. Unfortunately, when you're sick, you just don't want to do anything, unfortunately. So now that I'm doing well, I'm back on track, and things are moving along. So you know, we'll see what we finish next month. I really want to see if I can push through and get some hardcore stuff out of my collection. So we'll see how that goes. But I think, you know, so far for January empties, I just start off pretty strong considering I was sick for 2 weeks. But anyways, thank you so much for watching. If you guys have any questions or comments, leave them down below. Love hearing from you guys. And don't forget to like this video, subscribe if you're not, because I do have a giveaway coming in the next few weeks. So yeah, thanks for watching. Love you guys. Bye. Mwah.